Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. The address we're inspecting today is 648 Southeast 43rd Avenue, Hillsboro, Oregon, 97123. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, to be noted some of sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron ABS, 3034 or HDPE pipe, law appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We're in a 3-inch ABS plastic cleanout and drain pipe. This is at the front of the house, underneath what would be the front-facing guest bedroom window. We are running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. We're going to take a slight right turn, and we are headed to the street in front of the house. At least through areas that we've seen so far, we have a nice downhill pitch, everything moving pretty quickly through here so far. All of the joints, junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far, appear to be glued and watertight. We're going to transition here, so we'll call it 30 feet to the larger pipe transition and pipe material. So this signifies a few things. This signifies transitioning pipe size, so we're going from 3-inch pipe into 4-inch pipe. Signifies transitioning pipe materials, ABS plastic into PVC plastic, and then lastly we're transitioning into a branch off of the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into city lateral piping here, technically all of this would be buyer owner responsibility start to finish. And there's a big old monster tree in the front yard, so even if the pipe passes inspection today, we'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 to 3 years, keeping an eye on things. With the amount of lifting of the soil and everything this tree and tree roots are doing, you know, certainly you can put some pressure on the sewer pipe or move things around. So we'd recommend monitoring this pipe even if it passes inspection today. Makes sense. using a flexible fitting there, and it's wiggled a little bit, but for the most part it still seems to be intact okay. This is the first area where we've gone a little bit flat. So coming out, so there's a section of piping, maybe it's been replaced, so there's a section where they've put in flexible fittings on each side of the 3-foot length. And this back end shows a little bit of marginal pitch as we're coming up. And you can see the start of the pipe was shifted in a manner that actually helps the pipe, and then the backside is shifted the opposite direction. So here's another area where this could certainly shift and move and worsen over time because of the tree roots, or a large tree. The camera head doesn't put up much fight getting over the top of it. Water is more or less pretty clear, so as of right now it doesn't really look to be causing too many issues, but we're gonna run a test on it when we get to the end. We're gonna turn off the water, we're gonna drain everything out, and we'll look to see how that area reacts. If you turn off the water and everything drains right on out of there, then it's just, again, something to keep an eye on. We're going to transition to concrete piping. That's 74 feet, and then into the lateral. So this would be the end officially of owner responsibility right there. So we'll call it 74 feet to the lateral. This is the large lateral pipe running through the middle of the road out there. This is the pipe the homes in the neighborhood, or at least the homes on the street, are tying into. And again, this is the end officially of buyer-owner responsibility. So it was a small section, maybe 3 feet, where there's just a little bit of marginal pitch. A little bit of an offset because they used flexible type fittings that can, a flexible fitting can flex, obviously, and so it's flexed in a manner that's creating a little bit of a water slowdown. It doesn't appear to be causing any problems at this point, but definitely something to keep an eye on. And then we're going to run a test on it right now to kind of see how that area reacts. So we're hoping when we turn off the water, everything just drains right on out of there. But it's almost like even if the line passes today, it's like you need to go into this knowing that we need to keep an eye on that area. And then, of course, if shifting or movement of the pipe, which is possible, ever worsens, then, of course, some repairs could be required in the future. So I'm going to turn off the microphone and the water. We're going to drain everything out and look at the pipe one more time in reverse. So looking at the pipe, looking at that area again with the water off, for the most part everything did drain on out of there. There was just maybe a couple inches of residual stuff hanging on. It is a little bit of an offset, so again we would recommend monitoring. We'd recommend having a sewer scope performed every 2 years or so. Keeping an eye on that area. It seems like it's in working condition at this point, but of course if conditions ever worsen, then some repairs could be required in the future. The camera head didn't give up much struggle getting up over the top of it, and we liked that with the water off, for the most part everything drained right on out.